My name is Diederik. I'm with the Ambassadors in Amsterdam, and the Ambassadors is a creative production outfit. We specialize in visual effects, in sound and in editing, and Ambassadors is a particular group where all these different divisions have been founded by people from that industry. So our sound department has been founded by sound engineers and music composers, visual effects with visual effects artists, and editing in the same way. So that means there's a lot of expertise from within the company, and it's not from top down saying I want to create a company that does this and that and that. So we have a very specialized group of people. With that, I'm from the Ambassadors Lab, and the lab is responsible for creating technology solutions for our market, but also for ourselves. To give you an example of the Ambassadors Lab, we create projects that are either software related or hardware related. Recently we were approached to create an iPad application that could play back a video. Well, that's a very easy thing to build for an iPad. But along the way, that application needed to be controlled by external buttons because the iPad was going to be built into a facility. And an iPad is particularly hard to extend with hardware. So in the end, we started soldering our own Bluetooth solutions for that, and we created a Bluetooth connection to that application so people could actually control it with the external buttons. So it's that sort of flexibility that we can take a project from A and turn it around into something that is a hardware-related solution or a software-related solution. And in this case, it was a combination of the two. To give you an example of a project that we did internally, like an innovation we did for ourselves, there was a project that came in with our visual effects department, and they pulled us in on it because it was extremely difficult for them to handle it. The reason was there was a woman who would let a tear. This was for World Nature Fund. She would let a tear, and from that tears would roll down, and little plants would grow, and a whole forest would appear. And the tagline was nature is us. Basically, be aware of what you are doing. You are dependent on nature, and nature is dependent on you. The plants and the tear, that is all visual effects, so that's computer generated. And the woman is real, so the computer needs to know how the woman is moving and where her body is, so that we can attach the plants to it. And this was really difficult. Normally you do that by putting little markers on somebody's face or body, so that the computer has enough information to track on. And in this case, she would be either out of focus because of a very limited depth of field. She would be either in shadow because of a very moody set, and retouching those markers was a big hassle. And we came up with a solution of using actually two cameras, one camera that is infrared and one camera that is shooting the normal image. And those cameras, they were aligned so they would shoot exactly the same frame by using a what is called a stereo rig. So stereo rigs were developed for shooting stereoscopic movies, where you can actually shoot through a mirror, and one camera is shooting at the reflection and one shooting through it. So we used that rig to combine an infrared camera and a normal camera. And we used an infrared ink that actually absorbs infrared light, but is translucent or is invisible to the normal eye. And with that we could place the markers that we didn't have to retouch, and because we were now working in infrared light, we were independent from the normal lighting. So we could actually light our subject with infrared light separately from the photographer lighting her for the beauty image. And because we now had a separate camera. We could also close down the aperture, getting rid of any out of focus things. So actually this one solution solved our three main issues. That was retouching those markers, what we didn't have to do, getting rid of the out of focus, so the whole image was in focus. And the third one, out of focus, retouching. I lost the third one. What was it?
The blurriness.
Blurriness is the out of focus one.
Yeah.
I'll pick it up again. But,
Yeah. It's okay. We're gonna edit this
yeah.
part.
Oh, the shadows. So with this solution, we solved three of our main problems. One is the out of focus, because the whole image was sharp now. The other one was the shadows. No tracking markers were going into the shadow because we were able to light the subject with infrared light. And the last one was we didn't have to retouch the markers anymore because they were invisible to the normal
Because
camera.
you used the invisible infrared ink.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So we used the infrared camera for doing the visual effects on, and we projected those visual effects back on the normal camera. And this is actually, it's on our site. You can see a very nice making of, and you can link to that. And
What's the link?
what is the link? Go to www.theambassadors.nl and click on the lab, and you will see a breakdown on that.
That should be very interesting. I look forward to including that into this video.
Yeah, yeah. That's actually a nice. There's a nice sort of before and after, and that's a good thing to see. Another thing I might be able to talk about is the ambassadors. Recently, Stephen Pepper from Vancouver joined the ambassadors, and he's a very successful visual effects artist. He worked on the Iron Man, and he worked on he built the original Nissan Spot. No, sorry, he did the original Citroën Spot with the dancing Citroën, the robot Citroën, and he's now working for us in Amsterdam, working on some really advanced commercials, and he's just a great win for the ambassadors.